my name is Susan, and I work for the Centre for Intercultural Dialogue and Translation as an English editor, and I would like to introduce our work to you. We live in a world with growing tensions between the Arab Islamic world and the West, in schools, in the media, in politics, in religion, even in sport. These images reflect what many of us see every day, in every newspaper that we pick up, and even every news program you see on the television. Conflict and tension between Arabs and non-Arabs, Muslims and non-Muslims, are all around us. Many of us are ourselves guilty. Too often we make generalized statements. We generalize our conversations and discussions. We reflect what is told to us in the media. We base our conclusions about peoples with different beliefs or cultures on insufficient and inaccurate information, some of which is delivered in a partisan way. In other cases, the people writing or presenting are simply misinformed or intolerant. Many of us live in a region at the epicenter of those tensions. Many of these tensions are, to a large extent, the result of misinformation and misunderstanding about peoples of different cultures and beliefs. Bridging this gap and trying to inform and educate people of all levels by showing examples of bad reporting, misinformation, bias, is what we, the Arab West Report, and particularly the ENAWU Project, are all about. The following pictures are indicative of the selective image of Islam in the West, with insufficient attention paid to the peaceful image of Islam. These are perceptions and tensions that need to be addressed. Kees Hulsman first came to Egypt in 1976, encouraged by former Dutch Consul General to Saudi Arabia, Daniel van der Meulen, 60 years his senior, to discover the Arab world. He stayed with Egyptian families, Muslim and Christian, developed friendships, studied development sociology at Leiden University, and returned to Egypt in 1982 to study small Egyptian farmers with the help of Egyptian scholars Dr. Ibrahim Soliman and Dr. Ahmed Goueli, now head of the Council of Arab Economic Unity. Kees married Sausan Gabra, a Coptic Orthodox Egyptian and a trained civil engineer, in 1988 and moved to the Netherlands, where Kees occupied several positions in the Dutch Emigration Service. Meanwhile, Kees promoted Muslim-Christian contacts in his home city of Leiden and was the chairman of the Irene Foundation, a student Christian community that sought support for Coptic Orthodox development projects in Egypt. It was through the Irene Foundation that Kees and Sausan became acquainted with Dr. Otto Meinardus, who was a friend of the family until his death in 2005. In 1994, the evangelical broadcasting company, Reformatorisch Dagblad and Katholiek Nieuwsblad, asked Kees to become their correspondent in Egypt, and it quickly became obvious that the stories told in the West about Muslim-Christian relations in Egypt did not match the information obtained in Egypt. In 1997, Kees and Sausan decided to found the Religious News Service from the Arab world. Their work was not always appreciated by Egyptian political activists living in the West and Western organizations supporting them, because it often highlighted the fact that the reality was not black and white, and that things reported by these activists and organizations were generally much more complex than the way that they were reported there to the public. In January of 2003, the electronic magazine was renamed the Arab West Report. It was at this time that the Media Watch component, which advocates ethical standards in reporting, was included. Over the past 11 years, Arab West Report has produced over 20,000 articles, texts and reports from Egyptian Arabic language media sources. This material is all available through Arab West Report and now through the ENAWU Project. Our diverse team of Egyptians and non-Egyptians have all greatly helped in achieving these goals, giving us an added bonus of a multitude of differing perspectives and cultural understanding. The idea for the ENAWU project was to bring together a number of organizations already involved in dialogue or dialogue-related activities to share through the internet the unique resources amassed by the Hulsmans as Arab West Report grew, as well as resources and information of these other organizations with the wider public. Students and researchers, journalists and media organizations, and decision-making or think tank groups can especially benefit from this project. The goal is to bridge the gap between Arab and non-Arab, Muslim and non-Muslim, not only by highlighting the harm that comes from misinformation and biased reporting in the media, but by promoting the concept of a pluralistic society, tolerance, understanding, and most of all, dialogue, in a spirit of truth and respect. ENAWU is a collaborative project currently involving 12 partner organizations from the Middle East and Europe. Initiated and led by the Center for Intercultural Dialogue and Translation in Cairo, the project has been funded by the Anna Lindh Foundation, the German development organization Misirio, and Egyptian businessman Dr. Sarawat Basili, and we are very grateful for their support and encouragement. The first phase of the project has achieved much. Collaborative meetings have taken place in Lebanon, Egypt, the Netherlands, the Czech Republic, and Jordan. Our internet portal searches the web-based data and archives of 12 organizations who are committed to and involved in intercultural, interfaith, and dialogue-related activities. The portal also provides facilities for active online participation by partner organizations, registered users, and casual visitors to the site. We have a growing network of partners, members, associates, and individuals who share our vision from academia, business, technology, research, governments, civil society, and decision-making groups. More than 2,500 people receive the ENAWU Project and Arab West Foundation newsletters through the internet. The intern program of our partner NGO in Cairo, the Center for Arab West Understanding, is enabling a new generation of leaders, students from the Middle East and Europe, to experience working and living in a multicultural environment while contributing to the goals of ENAWU. The completion of Phase 1 of ENAWU and the challenges for its future were celebrated in Jordan in June 2008 by His Royal Highness Prince Hassan bil Talal, Professor Andreas van Agt, former Prime Minister of the Netherlands, and Father Samir Khalil of Sedrak in Lebanon. These well-known and highly respected thinkers and intellectuals, like the Holzman and members of the Arab West group around the world, will not stand by and leave it to someone else. Phase 1 of ENAWU is a great achievement and an important beginning. But we must look to the future. Our vision is for ENAWU to now begin to really have an impact. Our goal is to develop the network and promote ENAWU among academic, policy-making, decision-making, and other circles of influence, as a resource for informing anyone involved with or interested in seeing greater understanding, dialogue, and understanding between the Arab world and the West. Developing the technical aspects of the project is a big challenge. Our budget is limited, but nevertheless we are looking to make strategic technology partnerships like we have with the Princess Sumaya University for Technology in Jordan to not only make the website and IT infrastructure better, but world-class. We seek partner and member organizations who are prepared to make strong commitments to actively contribute their thoughts, opinions, and knowledge to the network and to make ENAWU a dynamic entity that will positively impact new generations of leaders from every walk of life. We need the help of everyone viewing this to raise awareness of the unique resources available through ENAWU. In short, we need each one of you viewing this presentation. Each of you can do your part for the project by becoming a member or partner and playing an active role in developing the network, academically, technically, fundraising, leadership. Participating in or leading one of the key projects, which may include projects focusing on transliteration, data engineering, library classifications and indexing, repository building, and cross-searching tools. Promoting ENAWU within your organization or individual networks, informing researchers, students, journalists, and others about the huge resources that are available through the ENAWU portal. Initiating and/or participating in our online activities, and encourage your staff, students, faculty, and colleagues to also participate. Working with the ENAWU team to broaden the intern opportunities for students from Europe and the Middle East. We thank you greatly for your attention, and we sincerely hope that you will join us in this endeavor.